pumping crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you're with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pump mother, it's going out.
You like that thumbnail?
I love that so much. I love that picture of us.
So Connor's been making all the thumbnails. He's done a few things and so on and so forth. So I messaged Connor and I said, "Oh, Connor, would you do one for me and Steph?" And that was the first one he came. And I thought that's brilliant.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody to a special live stream tonight. It's funny this because I go through people's Instagrams, I go through all the stuff that they do and so forth, and yours is pretty impressive, man. It really is, because one thing I've always liked about it, and I don't know whether Des and Delvin are agreeing, but one of the things I've always loved about, you know, the group that we're in and all the different people you meet is what they can do and what they make and what they're interested in. And I'm always fascinated by it. You know, have you two ever done it yourselves? Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, you get interested in what other people do and invest in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Des.
Yeah.
We both started talking at the same time. Off we go.
Glad they came on, aren't you, Steph? Glad they came on. Oh, yeah.
But it's you know, it's even if it's things like different collections. You know, I look at Luke Reynolds, for example. I won't say I've got no interest in some of the lines that he collects, some of the many lines that he collects. But you can appreciate what he's doing. You can appreciate how he's displayed it and archives it or creates it, whatever, and enjoy it like that. You know, it's the fact that you don't. I've got no vested interest. I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to sort of start collecting them. But you appreciate what, and you learn from it. You learn things that you might see in your local shop. You know what I mean? Things like that. So
yeah, no, I agree with that. Do you I mean, because I know you make your stands and so forth, Delvian. You do your but when I was a kid, I remember I had a couple of Return of the Jedi models, but I was never like a model maker. But have you always had it in you, Steph, to make models like since you were little?
I've not done models since I was little, but I've always been creative with things, and like with my toys, and I used to get my brother's toys and merge them with mine and create sort of little play sets and stuff with them. So I guess in that sense, but yeah, I've always loved being creative and making things. I loved art and DT at school. They were my favorites. So yeah, it's always been a thing. Wow.
So I remember doing things with a duvet. That sounds dodgy.
It does. Sounds really dodgy. Stop.
Oh, a cardboard box. You know what I mean? You'd make your own things like that, you know. But were you into it, Delvin, as a kid, model making, stuff like that?
No, I was rubbish at sort of like model making when I was a kid, and I didn't have the patience. I did used to love making things completely from scratch, though. If you gave me a model kit, I would be rubbish at it. But if you asked me to create something from scratch from a cardboard box, then I used to make castles and things like that. Yeah. Mainly for the cat. The cat wasn't particularly too amused, but it was sort of like my parents would just say sort of like it was really easy to entertain me as a child, because literally just put a cardboard box in front of me and off I'd go.
I love that sort of stuff with cardboard. I always did stuff like that. Or like my mum had this little garden. She had a yard and then a garden at the end of it, and I used to love playing in that and so forth. But model making, I've always liked it. I've always done, and it's like I said, as we went on in life, you saw those 3D models and you saw other models. And I was like, oh, should I do it? But I've never. So what got you into it then, Steph? What made you think, you know what, I'm going to start model making?
I wanted something to do in the evenings that wasn't just screens all the time, because there's iPads, TVs, phones, and I was starting to get sort of eye strain from looking at them all. So I wanted to do something. So several years ago, my friend was doing crochet, so I took up crochet. And then after a couple of years of that, I was like, okay, I'm getting bored of this now. I want to do something else. So I was thinking about what else I could do. And I was starting to get into Sylvanians. So I then thought, well, I'd like to display the Sylvanians a certain way and like differently. Like I don't just want to put them on a shelf. I want to give them sort of a scene. And then that's when I started seeing these models being advertised on all the socials. I thought, oh, that could be a really fun way to display the Sylvanians. So I bought one that would sort of suit a Sylvanian set that I had, and it was a gardening sort of thing. So I bought like the domed conservatory. And I actually preferred making the model and the process of making the model than I did with the sort of playing with it with the Sylvanians or sort of displaying it with the Sylvanians. So it's now just turned into, actually, this is quite relaxing in the evenings. I can still sit with Martin watching our shows. It's something that I can do in the same room. It's just a perfect.
So yours, in a way, it's like Delvin's. That's what Delvin said when he was making his stands. He didn't just want to sit his figures on there. He wanted to give them a story and so forth.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Chip says, let's go to my favourites YouTube celebrities. Oh, well, it was nice of, Delvian and Des to turn up. So there you are, Chip. There you go.
Thanks, Chip. Psychic Chip. Hiya,
Jonathan. Hiya, Baz. YouTube celebrities don't support Everton, Chip. Hi, Stu. Hi, Shabby. Steph, hi to the chat. I will catch up on the rewatch. Thank you, Stu. Pub Racing Pub says, hello there. Looking forward to this one. Not that I don't look forward to all of Shabby's. Well, thanks, mate. Hi, mate. I sent you a couple of videos and I've got them. So we'll definitely show them later on. The lovely Emma Guppy's here. Hello, Emma Guppy. Nice to see you, pal. Some bloke called Martin's here. Hi, evening all. Who's on tonight? Lovely Steph, lovely Dells, lovely our Des. Look at this. I have to start. I was going to start it, although last week I messed it up because I said I was going to start it at 8:30. Something. I put it down, plumb idiot. But what happens in my house at 3 o'clock? It's Lucy will come in from school and my dogs go mental, dead on 3 o'clock. So I thought if I start at 8:15, then we're fine for that. Kieran's here. The lovely Cat Knight's here. Wow, everyone's turned up. Jason's here. Let's have a look who else is there so I can get down a bit. Liverpool starts at 8:15 tonight, but I thought I'd watch something less infuriating instead.
So true.
Yeah, must be love if Martin's here and not watching. If Desi's here, you know what I mean? Desi's, Which models are we talking about? Sam Fox, Kathy Lloyd, Lyndon Lasardi. One in the middle. I was a big fan of Shabby like that, Kathy Lloyd. I tell you what. Hey, Kat, nice to see you. Vader's girls here. Bleeding Elp Alps, some names from the past here. You've got this like this, and this is the way you keep them all up and you decorate. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic, this. So was this a deliberate thing to get, because you also have it like this, and I love that. I absolutely love that. It ain't funny, right? You do your own toy rooms up, lads, and you think, oh, it looks awesome. And you see somebody else's and you go, oh, that looks shit compared to that. So what was that? Did you specifically get these furniture for these, or?
No, so we already had these cabinets. So that one with all the cubes, I had all my like crochet little bits in there. I had wool all in there. You can kind of see at the end there's still some fabric and spools there from when I was sewing. So we had a bit of a room change. I needed a bigger room for all my stuff. So this was actually in the other room. So we had to try and move all of that round a tight corner at the top of the stairs into here. And it just so happened that they're pretty much perfect for the models to fit in. So that's how I've been displaying them and slowly sort of moving my way through the cubes. And then the previous one, that tower display that's behind me, we had that as well. We've had that for years. I can't remember what I had in it before the models, but yeah, so it's also perfect for the models. So thought, why not?
Oh, it just looks. I just think it looks absolutely brilliant the way you've done it.
It does. It's so tidy.
That's what I mean. Because you edit it how tidy it is.
I know. Have you got glass fronts on there as well?
Yes, yeah. Because of the dust, I didn't want dust getting in.
I do cute. God, there's 50 people here. It's unbelievable. I'm a model. Shoes and gloves are my speciality. Says Gary. 1,000 Ghosts is here, right, Chris? Wow, JT's here. Honestly, I'm just going to try and get down here because you know what I'm like for falling behind. Good old JD's here, right? JD. My mum's here, right? Mum. Shanty's here, right? Shant, look at this. Ladies' night at Shabby's. This is brilliant. Yeah. Let's have a look. It's an open panel. Don't worry if he's not my friend, but if you want to get in touch and do something, you're more than welcome to do in the future. But thank you for coming on. That's awesome. So I don't think I follow Steph's Insight. What's a profile name? Well, I'll show that now because I've got Steph's stuff here. I'm a professional.
I was going to say, because I can't remember.
Oh, don't you worry, Steph. Don't you worry. There we go. So I've got this right there.
And I'm sure some lovely person will put it in the chat as well.
Yeah. Popcorn probably will do it. He's a legend for that right here. So this is what I mean by looking at Instagram and so forth. First of all, this is the YouTube channel right here. So if you didn't know, Lady Steph has her own YouTube channel. So there it is right there. So that's an awesome one as well. You know, you unboxing Christmas Carol advert card and collecting your Roger Rabbits and so forth. So there's YouTube. Go on,
yeah,
Steph.
I need to do I've got a plan to do another unboxing of the where is it? There, the Ewoks behind me. I've got a couple of more mystery Ewok boxes, and I just haven't got around to doing it. So I will put another one out soon.
And there is Steph's Instagram, which is right there. So you'll see all the models and so forth that you going on. Is there a certain model that you pick, Steph? Is there a certain label like Des will go for TVC and Delvey and I'll go for? Is there a certain model brand that you go for?
No, honestly, it's just whatever takes my fancy, and I'll go for it. To be quite honest, they're all pretty much selling the same models. To be fair, it's all just under different brand names, or it's just slightly different. So yeah, it's just whatever takes my fancy.
Wow. Go on, Dels.
I was going to say, do you have a certain style though? Because I've noticed sometimes in some of your things, you tend to quite like steampunk a little bit. Am I wrong? Or
yes, yeah, I like all the gothic stuff. So like this model here, the train station's all sort of like a gothic sort of style. There's like where's my finger? There.
I've said that so many times, Steph.
So
there's like a magic house back there, which we'll look at later. So yeah, I do like the steampunk. I can never work out the left and rights of these cameras. Yeah, I do prefer the steampunk. I do prefer the steampunk and the gothic stuff. Yeah, it's just more interesting to look at, and it's a more intricate designs as well with those ones. So it's just a bit more fun.
Bit more interesting.
I find it fascinating. Gary Moore super glue was not his friend as a kid. Well, that explains a lot.
Not mine now, to be fair.
It reminds me of that airplane. It looks like had the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Do you know what I mean? I was a mad model maker, Matchbox and Airfix. I remember the Airfix planes, Des and Dels, and I remember them. But did I make any? Because I know Jeff Barker, he's got loads of those model planes. He has them on his ceiling and he loves all that. Yeah. But go on, Des.
So a lad who I used to go to school with, he had in his bedroom, he had a lot of the Battle of Britain on his ceiling. You just stare and think, oh, it's going to fall down in a minute. Crazy, but look, fantastic. But patience. Yeah, you need a lot of patience.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, there's so many people in here. It's ridiculous. Unless she's listening to music I've sent her. Metal bands aren't that relaxing. Thanks, G-Force, for that.
Cheers, G-Force.
Thanks to you, Jeff. You got me hooked on. You got her hooked on him. So,
yeah, me and Emma chat about our model making quite a bit. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Liverpool has fair weather fans. Do they have fans? I don't know. I don't live in the south of England, so I don't know if Liverpool have that.
I do live in the south of England.
Do you agree with that, Steph? Models and Lego are so therapeutic, like.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know quite a few therapists use Lego to help people sort of open up and talk because it kind of distracts you a little bit and it's a more relaxing. Like for some reason, there's just something that happens that makes it quite relaxing to do. So yeah, absolutely.
I think that too, because I only make a Lego set every year. Do you know what I mean? And our Jenny will get me one, and I'll make it. And I do really enjoy it. I enjoy sitting there for away from everybody. And it's funny because usually when I'm working or whatever, I'll have music on or I'll have YouTube on and that kind of thing. But when I'm doing this sort of thing, like making stuff, I don't have anything on. I just like to Does that make sense? That, you know what I mean? I just like to...
That's interesting. That's interesting because I always have to have some sort of background noise. I've just always have, even when I sleep, I have to have something sort of gently on in the background. So that's quite interesting. You have to have the silence there.
Is that Martin snoring or is that the background noise?
Oh, it bloody was last night, yeah.
What I want to know, Steph, is how come Des knows that Martin snores?
Oh,
I know you're close, Des, but
I can hear it, yeah.
Hello from Mexico. I am subbed for quite a while, but usually time shift doesn't allow me to be live with you. So it's a great pleasure. Well, no, what a nice thing to say. Thank you very much. Thanks for always being great entertainment. From Telcarpatic Morales. Well, thank you, my friend. What a lovely thing to say. That's really, really nice. Thank you, pal. That is a nice thing to say. I'm glad you said hello. That's awesome. Makes my OCD heart happy, Lady Steph. Do you agree with that? Because I've got it really bad OCD when it comes to cleaning and fixing stuff, and I can't have anything, you know, not like Matt's, Matt's shells are all in leaving and so forth. So I know you've got it, Des, looking at your shells or whatever. But
no, everything has to be in like a case or something. I can't be dealing with the dust.
If I said to you three, there is something in the air tonight, the stars were bright, what would the next word be?
Rolando.
They'll never go Rolando. It doesn't matter how many times you don't watch your spaces and come back, you'll always be Rolando. Brilliant. Oppie's here, that's fantastic.
I was just going to ask.
Yes,
so it's like you were saying with Lego and these models. Do you have to follow set instructions? And is that part of the therapeutic thing where it's like, right, I've got to do this, then it's this, then it's this? Or with the model making, can you do stuff in different order? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter, no. So like some things it will start with like something to do with fabric, and I hate working with fabric with these teeny tiny models. So I'll go past that bit and I'll just go straight to a fun bit. But yeah, maybe having that sort of instruction, because to a certain extent you're not having to use too much brain power because you're kind of following something in front of you, maybe.
We still are, because you're still having to concentrate on what you're doing. So you don't glue your fingers together. And...
Oh, yeah, too many times. And Martin says filth. Kieran Bull says, where's my finger? Steph's quote of the night. I keep thinking Shabby saying muggle instead of models. I'm giving it away there. Jesse says, awesome stuff. I have a big heart for micro-sized playsets and dioramas. So much flexibility for displaying and for playing. You don't have to tell me the actual price, Steph, because it's none of my business. But can they get pricey, these models?
They can actually, yeah. And there have been some where I've just been like, yeah, I'm not paying that for that.
Just give me an estimate, Steph, so I know what you mean by that.
About £50, 40, 50 quid.
Wow, so they are pricey.
They can get higher than that. Like the wooden boats, I think they were closer to like 80. So they can get quite a bit, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah. Were they expensive? Were the Return of the Jedi one, the Star Wars ones, expensive when we were kids, lads? Were they expensive? Because I remember the Jabba's Palace one, and I remember I spilled oil paint all over it. And my mum had found it years after, and oh God, the smell was ridiculous.
I did have the Jabba's Palace one, but I don't think it was too expensive, because I remember having it as a kid as a Christmas present. But I remember snapping all the bits together, but I tried painting it and it just looked like a Picasso. It was just dreadful. So
it's PGM. I have a shitload of Legos for my problems. I suppose he's right, really, in a way. Because I used to say all the time with his drawing, he used to sit down and one of the things why Si was up late so many times at night was that reason. He likes the quiet. He likes the door not going in and out and the phone. You know what I mean? You just sit there.
Yeah.
So I suppose things like models and Lego and art, I suppose it is a therapeutic thing. You know, I never looked at it that way before, but I suppose it is. One of the things, right, well, Steph, we'll get to it. So this is your first one right here. This is crazy, Steph. Now there's Sylvanian families that's in there, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So explain what this one is, buddy.
So this is kind of how I got into it, because I didn't want to do anything too complicated, because I didn't know if I was going to like it or if it was just going to be too difficult and I was going to get angry with it. So Row Life is quite a good brand to get into to see if you like this sort of thing, because you're not necessarily making the furniture and making it all up. You're generally sort of placing it. So like all the bottles, you just put the stickers on the bottles and then you place them and stick them on the shelf. You just push the shelf into the wall. So all that there is quite sort of nice and simple, like if you don't want anything too taxing, but it also looks really good. I think it still looks quite effective. Palps, I always remember when I got this, Palps said, I love that the first thing you thought to get was a bar.
I was just about to say that.
Just the detail. So everything except for the Sylvanians come with that set. So you don't have to go and search out the records or the glasses or whatever.
And those sets as well, as you can, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but because it's open, you can add other rooms to the sides of it and you can build them up as well. So they slot into, so they're modular. So you put in like the coloured bits for the drinks, so they're like its own separate insert. So you have a little like maybe it's double-sided tape I think I used for them, and then you put the coloured bit inside the glass, and then you put the little the mint on top and like the little garnishes on top.
Oh right, so you don't just get this set and make it. You create a few more things on top. Use your imagination to do more things on it. Then
no, that all came with the set. So all those coloured bits and all the garnishes and all the drinks, they come with it, and you just have to put it all together.
I find it fascinating.
The detail on it is great.
I agree, Dels. You could just sit here for hours looking at it, can't you? Look at it.
Those little wine stickers were so frustrating. You had to use little tiny tweezers to put those little tiny stickers on.
Oh, no. Can you imagine me with my snicker fingers and bloody eyes? I'd be there for about 6 months. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's worse when you drop one and you're just like, where the hell did that just go?
Yeah. It just looks fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic.
Well, if you've got your Sylvanian family characters in there, Steph, can you get for that Rolf? Did you say is the
Row Life?
Row Life. Do you get characters that go with that you go in there instead of the Sylvanian families?
No, there isn't actually. I mean, they do have some little sort of anime, almost like cartoony type figures, but they don't necessarily go with the bar. They're kind of more sort of like doll's housey sort of situation.
The scale though is perfect for Sylvanian, and I have to say though, even though sort of like it's a lot smaller, that's got more atmosphere than my HasLab cantina.
Because you haven't teabagged it yet, Delvian.
If Hasbro are watching, they are Delvian seeks views and not the views of us. Can you imagine? Come on, Hasbro. That what did he just say?
Cancel.
Oh, brilliant. Pod Racing Pal said he paid 250 quid for a Bandai Falcon. That was cheap in the sale. Actually, you just reminded me, I've got the Bandai Boba Fett that they did a few years back. Ollie's was doing it. They were like $45, but Ollie did it for like $14. So I bought one and it's been up there. And I have the Moonraker, but I only bought the Moonraker. You know, remember the shuttle from years ago? But I only bought it because of the art. So I do have a couple of model kits, but me making them, not a chance. Do you know what I mean? Just like,
it's like more chance of you transforming a transformer.
You got more chance of that. Hi, Gilster, everybody in the middle of a painting project. It's very cultured tonight, I think. You know what I mean? It's like a 1,000 Skull stream, this, with everybody cultured and doing the work and, you know, in the middle of a painting project. So I won't be touching my phone. Brilliant. This I love. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks really good.
That one's over here somewhere. Yeah, so this was my proper first model that I did.
That is ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So I had to buy some extra bits for this one. I just love how it's 360 as well. Like they don't scrimp on like the back of it either. Like, and then I don't know if you can really see in there, but there's like a pool.
We can. Yeah, you're perfect. You can see everything.
This was a learning curve with the plastic. It's really misted, and that's due to the glue that I used. So I need to. You can use acetone to get rid of it, but so that was a bit annoying.
Big model as well, Steph. I didn't realise it was that big.
Kind of big.
Yeah, it's a big. So how long would something like that take you, Steph?
Probably a month. Probably
A month.
Yeah, because I'm just doing it in the evenings for maybe like an hour or two in the evenings, so it takes a while.
So yeah, so again, are these Sylvanians you've put on this one, Steph?
Yes, so that was a gardening sort of set. The two rabbits, adult sort of rabbits, they were actually a little gardening set. So I was like, oh well, they would go in that perfectly.
Oh, so you're not just sticking figures in it, that you're doing what Dells does when you've made a thing, you put the figures that go with that set then in there.
That sort of, like the theme, I suppose. Yeah, like I've got a magic house, so I've put the black cat family in there because it's kind of witchy sort of.
Look at that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got to ask, but how many keys does that piano have?
36, obviously.
So that's the base. So wow, man.
Yeah, so that was doing the making. So that's the top of the dome. So yeah, just in case you couldn't see it, I thought, but you can kind of see like where it all slots in. So you have all these sort of guides with the little notches in the front.
Is it wood? Is it like balsa wood, or is it carbon?
Yeah.
So it's balsa wood, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just look at that. Look at that. This is it's brilliant stuff. I'm so glad you've done this. It's brilliant.
I love the little plants. It's because I actually had to, when I was trying to do get ferns for some of my, I had to go onto eBay and go for dolls' houses and things like that, and get the plants from that, which were about the right size. So it's quite tricky.
Very tricky. Yeah. Everybody brilliant. She's loving it. Steph, do you take commissions? Or Steph, I'll add on to Andy's question there. Have you made them has anyone reached out to you and said, Steph, will you make me this? Or Steph, can you do that?
No.
Because they make good Christmas presents, won't they? Or birthday presents or whatever.
I don't know anyone who would be interested, to be honest.
besides Dells, Des and Shabby, everybody hates them on. I'm not watching that. Do you know what I mean? I think you're on. There's 50 people watching it, so I think there's people that like it. Hey, Donut Donny. Love the Lego flowers in the background, Steph. So let me make Steph big again a sec. My daughter collects them too, Steph. That's what she's got, the botanical.
They were both gifts from the Guppies. They were a Christmas gift and my birthday gift, I think. Yeah.
There were gifts from the Guppies, and yet a Guppy asked.
Okay,
Miriam says, amazing work as always, says Miriam. She absolutely loves it. Looks like the prototype for the This'll Do That bar. So that's not bad, is it?
There you go.
I didn't know Sylvanian families were such pissheads.
It can be.
And now you do.
Yeah, always the worst.
Look, you wouldn't believe what those Sylvanian families get up to in the wild. Jesse says, losing the little pieces and figures is awful, but at the risk of the hobby, is it why buying second hand is so frustrating when parts are missing? What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, definitely. That would annoy me immensely if there's something missing. Yeah, my OCD couldn't handle that. Although I suppose it would then open it up to being more creative and going and finding your own piece to then put in that part. So could end up being a good thing, I suppose.
How long have you been doing this for then? This model making? How long has it been? You've got all this in a year. You're like the female version of Scuba Pete. You've gone mental. You know what I mean?
Long, lonely nights, Shabby.
Oh, yeah.
Doing my model making.
You watch that, somebody's meeting you on Martin, we're going to go, what are you doing at night?
When you come to an end of the project, do you feel that sort of like satisfaction and it's complete, or is it a little bit sad that it's finished? And
you know what, I have such a euphoria because I'm like, oh, this is exactly how I want it to be, or it's pretty close to how I wanted it to be. Oh, it looks really, I'm really sort of chuffed with myself that I've managed to do this. And then then it's like, oh, what next? That's kind of missing now.
Like a true collector. I wanted this for years. I want it. Okay, on the shelf. Right, what's next?
What's next?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Naboo photography with that one. Yeah. 1,000 Score says, do they have Watership Down sets?
I don't know.
Watership Down they'd be nice sets if they did. That would work. Geekstrong says he loves building and painting monster kits when he was a kid, and he loved the paint by numbers set. There was usually 2 in a kit. I still have my Darth Vader and Frankenstein paint by numbers. Is that how you put these together? Is it done by like a by number? So you know exactly where to put the flowers and you know exactly where to put the.
Yeah, let me show you. So,
Okay.
so the lovely Ron bought me this for Christmas. So it's a little sort of library. So I thought I'd open it up. If I can open it.
Hey, John. Oh my God, commission Shabby. Look, everyone's jumping on it. Steph's going to be minted.
So you have these little manuals and it will list everything, all the materials. So you can make sure everything's in there. And then, so this one isn't the clearest one, but that's the instruction manual. So there's no words, it's all just pictures. And sometimes there's Chinese in it. So you've really got to just guess.
So it's basically like a Lego thing then. You build it step by step with the manuals and so forth.
Yeah. And then you have all your paper pieces there that you have to cut out and make into things. So you'll have like the books, for instance. I can see that right there. And probably some pictures as well. Do you see how tiny those are? So they're all going to be books. So you'd pull them out and then there'll be a little wooden square in amongst these somewhere. And then you'll wrap this around the little wooden square and stick it all together. And that's your book.
Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. The misted glass in the dome looks like it should be misted because of the condensation from watering all those plants. JT.
That's the story. There you go. Thanks, JT.
No, sometimes.
Go on, Del. No, you go.
Sometimes you make a mistake, or you think you've done a mistake, but actually it turns out it works out sort of perfectly. So I always kind of think you learn from the mistakes, but actually it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because it still looks pretty good, doesn't it? So
except when I glue my finger to the paper wall and then I end up ripping the
yeah. Well, there is that.
Look how good on there.
Oh, that's a long.
But that's just a memory.
Keith Knight says he loves Steph's work. They would go great with Playmobil figures too. Just saying.
Oh, they would.
Just saying. Yeah. Does that not make you two lads want to go out and get? Because I've got when Jen did a hoarding house a couple of years back. In there was a 1960s, 70s, really old Wendy house. It was a model kit of a house that you built, and it's not been touched. It's all in there. I showed it on a live stream years ago, and I've always been tempted. Like, should I make that? And then I think, oh no, because of its age, I might just keep it in the box or whatever. But does this not make you two want to go? You know what? I think I might get. Can you imagine, Steph, if everyone went out and bought model kits next week?
That'd be awesome.
If it was about the right scale for TVC, then I'd be tempted. I would be tempted, sort of like, but it has to fit in as well because it was the question I asked earlier around sort of like steampunk and gothic doesn't lend itself that well to Star Wars. So, but if it was sort of like an industrial type sort of like thing, then I might be in.
So basically, what you're saying, if there is something that you collect and you found something model wise that would work with that, then you'd well go for it. But would you do that though? Because you make your own as well. So what would you prefer?
But sometimes I use stuff. It's sort of like, actually, I've got some sort of like pipes and drain pipes in one of my dioramas. They're just sort of like straws that you put together. And actually, I just painted them up and stuck them to sort of something else, and it's sort of like drain pipe. There you go.
That'll do. That'll do. I think the best thing these days for model building, says Mulzer, is to be able to share and build along with so many talent. This is what I mean. I know, I know Rum used to do his Lego thing, and Chris does his Lego and his model making, and I've just found that sort of stuff interesting, because it's something that's out of your wheelhouse. And that's one of the things I've always said, lads, that I love about this is the fact that we all do completely different things. So I find it interesting, like, wow, where's this, Hiya, Pete. Nice to see you. Wow, lots of people to know. The lovely Emily. Go on, Tez.
I could say, I suppose, because you spend all this time, like Steph, doing spend all this time making it. You want to sort of, I won't say you want to show it off, but you want to share it with people. It's a slight sort of difference.
That's why I wanted her on. You hit the nail on the head. That's why I wanted her on. Exactly. I'm very blessed to have the people around me that I have, and I always think the reason we do stuff like this is because we like to share our stuff in it. We like to show people what we've done, and so I'm really happy we've done this. Emily is here. She says, "Very cool, Steph. I still have my Coleco critters." Yeah, that's what they're called in America, aren't they? Coleco critters from the late '80s. So Emily still got all hers. That's brilliant. Everyone is saying hello to each other. A year, that Steph is a machine. I am on it, Steph. Can you lend me 50 quid? I've run out of money. I want to be paid. Oh, brilliant. Steph, do you wait until you finish the kit before buying the next one? Great question, Jono. Or do you have a stack of them waiting to be done?
Yeah, so I have to do, I don't know why, I have to do just one model at a time, and that includes Lego and Lumi bricks and anything to do with building. I can't have more than one model on the go. I don't know why. It really frustrates me or makes me really overwhelmed. So it's no. This is the one. This is what I'm making right now.
Focus on that one.
Yeah.
I love the way you call it. You actually refer to it as a building job as well, which I sort of I really, really like. It's sort of like when you're doing something, you you breathe through your teeth as well. Go.
Do you have about 17 cups of tea like Des does through his building job? Do you know what I mean? So.
A break every 10 minutes, yeah.
When you said that, Des is like, "Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean by the building." You know what I mean? I'm right there with you. Keith Guppy asks, Steph, do you find the electrics, from our experience, they're a bit tricky?
Yes, they can be an arse. So is this one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Effective.
So the lighting really, so that's off and then that's on. So it really makes a difference to it.
Beautiful.
But if I turn it around, you see all the wiring. And all the wires that go down there. And then you've got to hide them all. And then I use my, and then I have to use my wire strippers to make sure they're all the right length and got the right sort of amount open so that I can twist them all together, and you've got to make sure they're all separate, and that's actually quite difficult because they color them white and then a very, very light gray. So I'm there with my lamp going, is that white or grey?
If that was me, that model would be right against the wall after half an hour. Forget this.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood to do the electrics. It is an arse.
He says they are a massive task to build. Hats off for anyone who builds them. Wasn't Watersheet Down a bunch of rabbits being depressed or something?
Yeah, kind of. I think they were escaping from something.
Yeah. How many times have we model makers glued ourselves to our projects? Loads of times. Yeah. What's that?
I'm just reading a comment in the chat before you go. Do you ever lose your temper with anything, Steph?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there are some nights where I'm like, I just don't have the brain space for this. I'm going to get my crossword book out.
You lost me at brain space.
So you got
amazing.
I don't know if you can hear the music coming through on that one. But I do love that
super one. Cool. Look at that, Des.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got all the moving parts in it. So I do like that one.
Is that a more recent one that you've done?
This one I did in October, I think. Yeah, I think just before we went to
you can see the progression from you started with the pub and now you've ended up with this animated fantasy sailing ship.
She started with a pub, now she's got a city with an airport. Oh, brilliant. Steph does amazing work with models, but did everybody know that she's also great at singing jingles?
Oh, Mr. Why, Mr. Why?
I went to John's house. No, sorry, I heard Hoarding House. I thought you were talking about she's still there at time, helping him out with the other stuff. Oh, brilliant. There's this one.
Oh, my little beach house.
This is cool.
So they're little seals you got.
Yeah, the little sailor seals. So this one was a bit of an arse. This one doesn't have electrics because I just could not be bothered. This was when I was still sort of learning, and I was just like, it's scaring me. I'm not doing it. But I just really love the detail on this one because you've got all like the sand and the stones and all those little bits and bobs. This one was probably the most involved that I'd done up to this point.
Very nice.
Trying to do
Really
this
nice.
was super frustrating with those little bits of fabric around the posts. But yeah, I do like the beach hut. It's very cool.
Very cool. I mean, look
it's
at it right
lovely.
there. But I've got to admit, I'm kind of glad you're picking these up, Steph, and showing us, because on the pictures, and I've said I'm going to repeat myself, but I never knew they were this big. These models, they're massive. I didn't realize at all. So I've got a few more pictures of this one. So this is basically how you do it, Steph. Is it you cut it all? Is it all like cut out and then you put it together and paint it?
No, so so the wooden things are sort of push out things, if you will. So the wooden things you kind of push out, but because it's so fragile and flimsy, you have to be really careful that you don't snap it, but also that you don't what's the word, like because they're cut, like for example this is green, so it's colored, so sometimes the green will come off as you snap it and reveal the wood underneath, so you quite often have to use a craft knife to pull them out. The fabric has these little templates, so you have the little white sort of shape of the sofa on that picture, so you have to cut the fabric according to that, and then you have to get a bit of padding, stick that on top of the wooden bit, and then you have to wrap your cut out bit around it, and then glue it all together to create the sofa.
Just brilliant. Look at it.
My fingers are aching just thinking about all that intricate work.
You know what? That's so weird. I'm holding my hand like that. Oh God!
So
I'm secretly coveting the palm trees though, because for a scarif diorama.
So on that picture, the metal handles, I had to bend those. I had to cut them and bend them, and they are an arse. They were completely wonky and all over the place. But that's why you have your needle-nosed tweezers. So I have several of these to do it all.
Look at that. And look, like I said, it's just on the table. You've got a seashell and a what is it? A lighthouse on it. It's just
lighthouse, yeah.
So look at the coffee table as well, done like a ship, like a boat. Ridiculous. It's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, Steph, says Jonathan, that makes sense. You are less likely to give up on the current one for the new shiny one that's just arrived. Have you ever started one and you've not done it? You thought, no, forget it. I'm move on to the next one.
Yeah. Again, I feel like I kind of have to be in the mood. So I've got a Christmas house that I bought ages ago, and I still haven't done that one just because I prefer to do the more intricate ones. And they just look more fun.
We've learned something tonight. The swearing is quite considerable when the electrics go on. Lots of new words.
It's so true. Yeah.
I've heard that Des has more breaks than a fracture clinic.
I have one break. A day. Starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 4.
How rude of Steph to show Shabby how her lightning. I did it once on the. I was determined to, because every time I've got a Lego set, one of the kids has bought me as an extra thing the lights that go with it. I had it for the Imperial Shuttle. I've got it for the beach. I never put them in, right? Because I've made it, and then I thought, no, I'll get to France. I ain't doing that. But but this year I got the Goonies one. I was determined to stick the lights in. But no, I don't. The patience. I don't think I'd have any patience for. Do you ever put lights in your stands, Del? Do you ever put lights in them?
No, and this is the one thing that I'm really, really bad at. I try, and for the cantina, I've tried. I've got some lights that I can put under the tables, and they work on a remote control to turn on, but they're not bright enough.
Right.
The only thing that I have tried recently is these things, which you can take the little thing out, and then there's a little light thing that goes on top. and I can put those under the table. But I'm dreadful at electrics, and I don't really want to burn my house down. For being honest,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Mr. B's comment. Yeah, that boat piece is incredible. It is. Look, the boat is amazing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to have a wax stick and wax all the wooden parts because otherwise, obviously, the wood would just friction together. So you have to wax everything. That I got cramp in my hand doing that.
Steph, you mentioned earlier about sort of craft knives and things like that. Are you the same as me? Do you have like a collection of different sort of like tools and things that you use when you're doing a project? And is it slowly increasing over the last? Yeah.
I have so many different types of tweezers. I have these tiny little clamps. I have different size screwdrivers, different types of glue, different size of scissors.
Love it.
She's gone mental, Des. She's gone mental.
Double-sided tape. So yeah.
So what happens when you? He's got a hammer. He's got a trowel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what happens when you run out of space? Because there's a the room next door that's full of TVC that no one collects anymore. You might as well just use that. Do you know what I mean?
I am pushing him out. Yeah.
I am pushing him out. Jonathan says that flying ship is amazing. The fact that it's motorized is just proper next level. How long did it take to make that one?
That one only took about 3 weeks. I actually did that one quite quickly because I was just enjoying it so much. To be fair, because it's mostly wood and it mostly all clicks in, it was, I say, it was more just the, actually pushing out the cogs was quite difficult. There's a lot of cogs and obviously you needed to make sure the gap in between each spike was the right size for the other bit, and if you didn't push it out of the wood enough well enough, you'd have little bits of left in wood. So I'd have to then get the sand, my little sand thing, and go in between each.
Is that a professional term, that, Steph? My little sand thing. Yeah.
The little sand stick.
That thingy I've got. Sanding.
And do each little tooth on the cog to make sure. So yeah, that one was a bit of an arse actually thinking about it.
But that ship. So, I noticed there isn't any Sylvanians or anything on it. Did you get that one because you had something to go with it, or just because you liked the design of the ship?
Because I liked the design of it. When I saw it, I was like, "That's mine." Buying it now. You know, normally I kind of wait and I think, oh well, I might see something better. But no, that I was like, it's so different. I always try and get something that's completely different to what I've made before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so like I'd done the greenhouse, which is why I then did the beach hut, because it was just two completely different themes and type. I don't know. So when I saw that ship, I was just like, I haven't done anything like that before. I just love how it looks. I can't stop looking at it. So yes, I'm getting it.
Where do you go from, Steph? If you don't mind me asking, is it online or have you got to? Is there a shop local?
No, it's all online, unfortunately. Some of them it's literally anywhere. Some of them are on Amazon, some of them on Row Life, some of them Tone Cheer. Like it's all over, basically.
I mean, have you got your husband involved in it, Steph? Does he like, oh, I'll help you out with one of these? Or is he not interested?
I don't know if it's that he's not interested. I don't.
Or is it something you just like to do on? It's your thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of it's my thing. You have to ask him. I think. I don't think he'd have the patience.
That was very diplomatic.
Is it because you can't stick it in a clamshell and shove it on his wall? Is that what his issue is? Do you know?
He's got to open the box up.
He's got to open the box. Oh, I'm not opening that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Steph, did you like that movie, Mortal Engines? There was a steampunk movie. Too bad there weren't any models for that film. I loved that film as well. It didn't do well, did it? It was a good film. And there was also in The Hobbit. So just to change his question a bit, have you ever done that where you found models for movies that you like and things? Because I know you're a massive Labyrinth fan. Do you know what I mean? So
don't start that argument again.
Oh.
Is that Pete's house?
Yeah, it is. So I would love to do more movie stuff, but I just can't find them. I just can't find any that's That's films, so
Just perfect. Look at it.
I don't know if you
Look,
can
there's
kind of
PGM
see.
right there. PGM. Hello, everybody.
And then the back, I don't know if I want to. Okay, so I just broke it.
Oh, technical problems, everybody. Technical problems.
Oh no! Okay,
Oh.
yeah, let's just not open the back of it.
I've got
back
pictures.
doesn't
Steph.
open.
We've got pictures. We've got pictures. Quick, pictures. Cue the pictures.
I've got pictures. Brilliant. Oh, that's awesome. Steph, what's the next Lego set you're going to build? Says our Emma Guppy.
Ooh, the next Lego set. Okay, I can't get to it. It's right back there. But I'm just going to build the Transylvania house. Because
Yeah.
again, it's just something a bit different. It's pretty gothic and awesome, which Lego doesn't really do. So yeah, that's probably going to be my next one.
I think out of the pictures you sent me, I think this is one of my favorites. This one. This is ridiculously good. This is beautiful. It's
A treehouse.
Yeah, the treehouse. I love the lighting in it. You make them look dead cozy, like you want to live there. Do you know what I mean? It's like so,
Oh,
don't break it, Seth.
I know. Oh my god, I'm now really wary. Can I? Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, lads.
So this one's got quite a bit of detail in there.
It's lovely.
You don't know where to look first.
Yeah, you exactly, Des. Yeah. Yeah, that's
And they're
really nice.
all the elements are sort of like, how can I put it? Like, so like the cupboard doesn't come like that. I've got to put all that together. All the little pieces on the shelves, I've got to put all them together. So it's fun.
It's like the material on one of the kitchen cabinets and everything. You've had to add that. You've probably had to individually crease it and everything, so you've got the little folds in there.
Yeah,
so it fits in. The attention to detail is amazing.
That's what I mean. It's like what Des just said here. You look at these pictures here. I never saw a telescope, and there's a seat next to it, and there's and the cat underneath it, and it's just look at that. That just looks so nice.
Yeah, they're really pretty with the lighting, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is it easy to put in though, or do you have an issue with it? Like Keith and Emma, it's like a bit, or do you find it easy to do?
I find it easy now because I've done it several times, so I kind of know the tricks and what to do. They also the wires also, they do have channels sort of cut out in some of them, so you can see like in the wood where the wire is hidden in these channels. It's more me being a muppet and cutting the end of the wire off by accident when I'm trying to strip the end off. I'm like, oh god, there's another bit gone and now it's shorter.
Brilliant. Question for Steph: is it the joy of creating that attracts you to building these wonderful models, or are you just like smelling the glue?
To be fair, the old B7000 smells pretty good.
Think about it, Connor. Look who she lives with. She's been smelling glue for years. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm the same with Sharpie pens, Steph. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
That's super sweet. Yeah, it really is.
Talking of glue,
you broke my house.
Talking of glue, I notice when you're moving stuff around, everything sort of stays in place. So it's all the furniture and everything's all individually glued down. Okay.
Yeah, I make sure it's all glued down because I know that if something falls out, trying to get your hands back into those rooms when they're put in place, it's just going to be impossible. And I thought it's just going to frustrate me. So I'm just going to glue everything down. Then I know if I need to move it, it's not going to fly everywhere.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense what you're saying. I've got pictures of that Hobbiton one. I'll show it right now. So
the non-broken version.
Yeah. Mr. B says the lighting definitely makes it better. Hugh says amazing work, Lady Steph. You were extremely patient. If I tried making something like this, it would end. I think he's right in a way. You've got to have the patience for this sort of stuff, haven't you? You really have. So yeah, that's me not doing them then.
But it's interesting what you're saying though, Steph, because it's like the boat you said it only took you 3 weeks because you really, really got into it and you really enjoyed it. So I imagine if you start something, you kind of think, oh, I'm just not into this. It's just sort of like you either stop or it just takes you a longer period of time. Yeah.
Just takes me longer to do. Yeah. Or I end up rushing it and I end up ruining it somehow. So several times I've had to tell myself back off, just do it when you're in the mood or something, it's not worth it.
Right. Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Do you go into the sort of early hours, I want to get this done, and all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's like 2 a.m?
Yeah, I have done that. Not quite that extreme, but it'll be like 10, 11 o'clock and Martin went to bed like 2 hours ago. And it's like, I just want to get this room finished. I just need to get this done. And I'm like, oh, crap, I didn't realize how late it is. So, yeah, a couple of times that has happened, to be fair. You get in the zone, don't you? Again, it's like Lego.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I just want to finish this bag or this section.
That's my issue. I can't go back to stuff. So when I make the big Lego sets that I get for Christmas, I have to make it there and then I can't get up and leave it. I have to. So sometimes it's taking me about 9 hours. I'm like that on my desk, Just, she knows Martin will move something, he will drop him and he will break it. I have that problem. Let's have a look. Why hasn't Martin got you into a Star Wars theme build? Oh, good question.
So I have looked for one, like as in this sort of type of thing, like a miniature model, and I just can't find anything. So if you find something, send it over because I would love to do a Star Wars themed build.
The cantina. The cantina doing the bar was very intricate and
oh my god,
that would be awesome. Yeah,
getting to open it.
I wish I'd known that. I would have sent the bar thing over to you. So there goes Steph, make that please. Took me a whole day of swearing just to get that thing.
Yeah, that was really
brilliant. So here's Hobbiton right here, and that just looks so cool, doesn't it?
Is that the back you're trying to take off, Steph? Yeah.
Yes.
There's a before and after. So these obviously before pictures. So we got that one right there. It just looks so cool. Look at that. And is this actually called Hobbiton, or so are you licensed to do these? No,
it's not. I think it was called Dwarvian House, Magic House, or something like that.
Oh yeah. Look at it. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at it.
There's still some movable bits on it then. So that the doors open and the front gates open up.
Yeah. And that was, with all the wiring, and that wiring was a bit of an arse to try and wrangle around that door.
So all these stickers, like the oven door, and you have to stick all these on yourself, or is it paper and you've got to glue it on?
Sometimes it's paper and you have to glue it. Sometimes it's a sticker. Just depends on the set. But yeah, you have to do all that.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it's cute.
Really?
Now this one tempts me because I've got some Hobbit figures that would probably fit in there very nicely, actually.
Yeah.
Mr. B's called it Peterville. Right, so I've also got some things off the lovely Emma Guppy. So let's have a look what she's done right here. So let me just get this up and running, and then I'll show you what Emma's sent us. So Emma's got into this, and it looks like she's blaming you for this, Steph. so let's have a look. So here we go. So I've got this one right here. Let me just stick it up like that, and I'll just press play. So what? So what are these, Steph?
So they're Row Life. So I actually have that one up behind me. I have the Latte Cat family in that one.
Oh, hang on a minute. Why is it not coming up here? Can you see that?
We can see that. Yeah.
Never thought I'd hear that sentence. I actually have the Latte Cat family. I'm intrigued by Latte Cat family.
Look how cool that is, though. That is really cool. And she's done the same thing. She's put Sylvanians in it and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we chat Sylvanians.
Look at that.
Emma, that's lovely.
Yeah. I love that log one. That's gorgeous.
You two never fancy doing a stream on these yourselves, like every week? What you've done?
That. Emma actually has messaged me recently saying, should we do a channel on models and Sylvanians. So,
Oh, I'd well watch it. I'll be your first sub. I'll do that.
Do it.
I didn't realise that Emma would did this because I would have got her on tonight. I didn't realise that she made all these and so forth. That's absolutely brilliant. And I think she sent us another one too. If I can get to that, let's have a look. I'll get that one next. Now I know I watch your boys. Do you know what I mean?
It's pretty. You and Emma have got sort of, it's the same sort of like hobby, same activity, but actually your tastes in the style are actually quite different in lots of ways, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we complement each other quite well, I think.
Very much.
Oh, I think I agree. Look at this.
I love how she's displayed them.
She's made like a little town, hasn't she, of them?
I know. Steph started with a pub and a bar, and Emma's gone with like a shopping arcade. It's very telling, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
It's so cute. I do love that.
Nice one, Emma. Thanks for sending them in. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, do it. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should.
It's written down.
Yeah, I need to like work out camera angles for like how we make it, I think, like so I can feel myself making it. I really want to do like time lapses and things like that a bit more. I just don't quite know how to go about doing it. So if anyone has any ideas.
Well, without looking, Steph, are there any YouTube Sylvanian families sort of channels?
Oh, must be, Des.
There must be. I don't know though, to be fair. I haven't seen them. Not in this sort of context anyway.
The housewives of the Sylvanian families, says those teagles look nice, you know. Christmas, look at this. You wrote you didn't like this one. Is that right?
I actually, before you messaged me, oh yeah, it's there. I'll tell you why in a minute. But when you messaged me about a week before, I actually nearly threw this one away.
Wow.
You can kind of just see how. So this is a problem with some of the models. The materials can be really cheap and nasty, and this is one of the ones that is quite cheap and nasty.
So you get what you paid for, basically, Steph, with models.
You can do, yeah.
Right.
Sometimes they can be quite expensive, and then you open it up and you're just like, oh great, this is going to be a difficult one because the wood's not very good quality. It's not popping out of the sheets, properly. But this one, yeah, just everything about it was quite cheap and nasty, and I had to manipulate everything. I think I even bought some elements because I was just like, this isn't happening. This isn't working how it should do, because the materials are just so weak and fragile, and they just look nasty. So compared to all my other ones, yeah, I just feel like I could do with a bit more space and throw this one out.
That's actually a question I wanted to ask, is have you run out of space? And actually, when you've got a new one coming in, do you actually have to go, okay, I want to move this one out the way? How do you make that choice? And actually, because you can't take them apart again, can you? Do you just put them in storage, or?
So I've literally just reached that point. I think all the spaces in my display cabinet are now pretty much taken up. I mean, there's still a couple of squares that I could probably take some Sylvanians out and put models in instead. But yeah, I have now finally reached that point where I'm like, I have nowhere to put this. So we do have some chest of drawers in the spare rooms. So Martin said I could put some Lego and some models on them.
Cool.
But yeah, we're getting to that point where I just need more space. Hence why we're building an extra room.
You said I need more space, and I think 50 people in the chat just went, I know that feeling. I know exactly what you mean there.
Asking for a friend, Steph. Asking for a friend. Who's got the biggest room, Martin or yourself?
I think Martin just has, yeah. Not fair. But I'm pushing him out, and I'm going to take over it.
I'm pushing you out. They have made a haunted mansion rooms like this. I have them, but I also have huge fingers and can't put them together. So they have haunted mansion models like that.
Oh, Ghosty, if you can send them over. I've seen some like haunted house ones, which I really wanted to get, but I've got like 5 that I still need to make. So they're on the back burner at the moment.
None of that will be as good as Steph and Emma. I think you should do it. Why
I
not?
think you should.
I do. I think I'd well watch it. I'm honestly, I'm fascinated by all this stuff. What would you call it? What would be a good name for Steph and Emma's channel? What would it be?
Making with Steph and Emma? I don't know.
Making. That sounds a bit dodgy. That Steph.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if you called it Making with Steph and Emma, and they got like 3,000 subs in one.
No.
I'm watching this. What scale are these types of builds? What scale are they? So do they do it in scale like they do with Hot Wheels and figures, and they call it a certain scale?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's all in Chinese. I don't know why I'm looking at that.
I'll tell you what, Steph.
Sorry,
Go and get one of Martin's Star Wars figures. Just open it up and take it out and put the figure next to the thing, and then we'll be able to see what scale it is. I'm sure you won't mind.
You watch next time you meet at a convention, Dale will have this big black eye.
We'll have my arm in a sling, walking with the limp.
Kevin wants to know why Steph hates penguins. Why do you hate penguins, Steph? Why does Steph
I love penguins. They can move into one of the other Christmas houses that are coming.
Hey, Matt, he's listening while he's driving home from work. I can't believe it, but there's 56 people here, so thank you all very much. You see, Steph, everyone's interested. You went home, not sure. Everybody loves this sort of stuff, Steph. Dream team, Steph and Emma, dream team. Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, I really think you should. That'd be awesome. If you need any more space, let the dog loose in the room.
Yeah.
Customize them all. Let's have a look. Now she knows what it's like, guys. Yeah, listen to her. We sat there in front room with Martin. Goes, you know what, Martin? If we only had more space, and Martin's just taking the piss here. Just taking the piss. Lots of space, yeah, a problem. Sharon, you promised me models and you bought me small statuettes. Where are the ladies from page 56? I think it's catalog. Sharon. Slippery slope, Steph. If you get more space, Martin will be next. Oh, yeah. So you can imagine if you built an extension, who'd win? I think you'd win, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Martin's having the extension. I'm then going to go into Martin's room. And then so I'll keep this room and have the one downstairs.
You've been lying, Steph, apparently. So Steph's
no, his room's way bigger.
Hi, Scott. Nice to see you, Scott. You need a shed. Oh, yeah, because you've got the weather for. I couldn't do it over here because it's 110 degrees in it in the summer, so everything would melt. But have you ever thought of that, like what Keith did with his Playmobil shed?
That's kind of what we're doing. We're doing like a garden room, if you will. So it's not like an extension on the house. It's going to be a garden room. I
reckon your stuff would look perfect in there as well. It will go with the setting. That'd be really. Oh my God!
That's
I've
true.
turned into a woman. Have you? I know. I can't believe we just said that. Oh, it'd be lovely. That. Do you know what I mean? I'd watch Steph and Emma pick flies out of a pie.
Thanks for that.
That's one episode in the can.
You could get guests on, you and Emma. You could get like Chris. You could get Chris on, and people that do the models. You know, that'd be awesome.
The Lego guys on. Yeah.
I'll only take 5% of your commission. That'd be brilliant. Yeah. Finally, Steph is it. Every collector's worth problem. Yeah. What about this? Steph and Emma's mini world.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that, Mr. B. Thank you. I think I might have to do that one.
And then Martin says, I hate you, Andy.
You're welcome.
I hate Andy. Stephanie, those models look brilliant, says our Jason.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Yeah. Hey, Steph, you could name your channel Watership Up. Why does Steph hate penguins? Did none of the family butlers drop her dinner off? GJC says, just home. I have to say, Steph, the cables you showed at the back of that model freaked me out more than Shabby was when he sees a talking animal. And charming. Do you remember that? This is a cool one. The tailor shop. I like this one a lot.
Oh, see, this is something I'm not too. I love
this. This is a really cool one. I like it because you can see inside the shop as well from the top of it. You know the way they've done it.
Yeah.
So let's just get you big.
Yeah, so you can kind of see through the top, and then This one was so tiny. If you look at the spools in that little spools of ribbon at the back there, that was ridiculous, trying to get fabric around them. I had to use many tweezers. But it's quite cute because you've got the little sewing machine in there with a little bit of fabric on, and you've got your fabric samples in the back. So so I had to wrap all the wood with the fabric. That was a bit of an arse. There's a little ironing board in the back there.
Is this one of your least favourite because it's so full of fabric and you don't like working with fabric?
Yes, but also I just think it looks a bit boring compared to the others. You know, when you look at this and then you look at the Magic House, you kind of think, oh, that is a bit plain, to be quite honest.
I think this one's absolutely awesome.
Lovely.
I remember G-Force tagging me this because I was in the suit game, as you know, for years, and I just thought, this, how cute is this? Look, make it happen. Design your own cloth with us, and I love the whites. Just look at it. And I like the way it's like frost or something on the window. Do you have to do that yourself, Steph, or does it come like that? Or is that just the glue that you've
the glue?
Yes, you're right. That's frosting. That's frosting. Yeah.
That's deliberate. Yeah.
But that goes to what Delvin was saying before, that sometimes a mistake makes it look even better.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I just think
it's
beautiful.
You look at that and then you look at this one and it's just, I don't know. To me, I much prefer sort of
the fantasy aspect of it.
Yeah, it's just more intricate, more interesting to look at. Every time you look at it, there's something new going on.
Yeah, there's loads in that one.
I think hopefully I can get the lighting to work because this one's got, I think, coloured lighting in it.
Look at that. Look at that, Des. Look at that. It's just...
talking to the electrician at work, and we sort of agreed LED lighting has just changed everything.
Massively.
You know, not just household, but the models and that. It's just fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Well, talking about household deals, because we know you do these. Do you find this that when the electricians come and do the houses, there's a lot more LEDs now than anything else in your trade?
Good God, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, only like your kitchen, like when we're doing at the moment, in the kitchen we've got, it's a big open plan kitchen diner. You switch for your lights.
Yeah.
You've got one on it. This has got 6 on it. So your main lights, your down lights, your up lights.
Wow.
It's just and they're all LEDs.
Yeah, he changed it with the Lego and stuff as well, didn't it? And these models, I suppose. I think for stuff like that, absolutely brilliant. Maybe me and Martin should reduce the scale of things. What do you think?
Oh, maybe you should.
look at the two Star Wars collectors down there. Their faces like what? What? Reduce what? Do you know what I mean? What are you talking about? Reduce. You know what I mean? Garden room. What's wrong with some stables, Steph? Oh, that's a good point. You could have put them in the stables. Aaron Marie says Miniature World with Steph and Emma. I would definitely watch him.
Thanks, Anne Marie.
Brilliant. What is it? Tron light bikes are now on GTA. Trouble is it only. Oh, thanks for that.
He's enjoying the stream.
Yeah, Emma's like, we got this, Steph. We got it. Yeah,
we got it.
Worlds of Wonder with Steph and Emma.
Ooh,
Worlds
that's
of
nice
Wonder.
as well. Yeah.
Size does matter.
Yeah, I like that as well, to be fair.
Look at Emma, flies out of her pieties. Size matter with Steph and Emma would definitely get the wrong type of viewers. I suppose, right? This is a serious question for Steph. Keith, no brothel night. No brothel night. He's refusing to make a brothel for Shabwell. Are you going to make one instead?
I'll add it to the list.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Chris, but one of my dioramas, unfortunately, I did an underworld diorama, and there is a brothel in there.
Nice.
Yeah, Chris. There you go.
So beat you to it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That one you've just shown, Steph. I've got it right here.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites, I think.
Wow. Now that must be a pretty penny. That one must be one that's pretty priced.
Yeah, that's one of the those roofs were an arse to make, but yeah.
Just so do you start? I know it sounds daft this, but do you start from the base and work up, or is there certain sections you have to do and then put it together like you do with Lego?
Yeah, so you make all the insides first, so the chairs, tables, all the little trinkets, and then you go to the base, and then you build the rooms up. Then you put the little bits in to each little room, and then you build on the next layer, and so forth.
It's just
Steph, I've got to ask, for something like that though, you've done all the little bits and pieces, the bits of furniture, and you put it on and you think, oh, it's all done. And then you turn around and you find like a chair or something you haven't put on that goes right at the back. Has that ever happened?
Oh, bugger.
Actually, no, that hasn't happened. But oh my God, I'd lose it. Yeah.
Look at this. Look, I mean, Des, you're exactly right. There's everywhere you look, there's something else, isn't there?
Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, I really like that one. There's so much to it.
And then you turn the lights down and put the lights on in the diorama, and it's different again.
Yeah.
Different shadows, different textures, and that.
Just
Fantastic.
beautiful. What's your favourite part of doing this? Is it the painting? Is it the putting together? What's your favourite part of it?
I think it's the putting together and looking back at even if it's just like a chair or a cabinet or something, looking back and being like, I like how that's looked. That's how I wanted it to be. That like satisfaction of, yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, the next bit. So I guess it's the putting together. Sometimes I get really frustrated with the tiny, tiny beads and things like that make little statues to go in the furniture. But once you build the furniture and then you've put it all in together, you're like, oh, yeah, that feels good. That looks good. I like that.
Accomplishment.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Givo says, question for Steph. What is your acrylic case budget for the year?
Oh,
that's actually not a bad question, that, because I mean the tools that you need and so forth, you think it's just sort of pair of scissors, but I bet it can add up all that stuff and the paint and so forth.
Yeah. Generally it all comes with the kit. So some of the kits will have an acrylic case with them. But in terms of, I think he's talking about the Lego acrylic cases, because they are expensive. They're like £150 for a case. So yeah, my budget's a bit smaller for cases this year, to be fair. I'm being a bit more selective about what gets a case and what doesn't.
Do it that way. My mum says she absolutely loves the fabric shop. It's fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Muzz says, so true, Des, and they're all connected to your phone now. I suppose they're right, aren't they, Des? It's easy to do, isn't it? Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Our tiny world, says Thousand Skulls. That sounds like a good. Look
at
everyone making you and Emma do it. Everyone like, yeah, she'll do it. You haven't even said yes yet, and everyone's like, yeah, we'll watch it. Let's have a look. Andy for the win. Sex shop next. Charming. He's a sodding.
Oh, no.
Fantasy and fun. I still like a dream team. Fantasy and fun. That sounds pretty good, Gilsey. Yeah. Steph could make that penguin one in the brothel. Well, it reminded me of one. IVTR evening late join, just watching Matt in his esport. Oh, in his esports races. That's esport. What am I talking about here? Tell I need about thicker glasses. Awesome VTR. Let's have a look. Who else is here? Here we go. I have finished a large Lego build and I have to go back 20 pages because of a missed piece. I forget it. The worst for Lego as well is they give you those spare parts, don't they? And at the end of it, I always think, and I go through my book and I realize it's just spare parts. You know what I mean? I'm like, what an idiot. So she's painted everything too. Yeah, the painting must be. Do you have to use a magnifying glass, Steph, or something? Because it's very intricate, the painting.
No, just use a teeny tiny brush.
Amazing. Let's have a look. I have read 5. Nice to see you, pal. I've been building Gundams for the last couple of years. I've had some serious Star Wars customs burnout. It's great. Yeah. Apart from Star Wars, Steph, what other things would you be interested if they made models that you would make?
Oh, any sort of fantasy, I think. Any sort of fantastical sort of thing again. It just so long as it's visually interesting, I think. Marvel could be quite a cool one. Yeah, I mean, Marvel, I know it's the cityscapes, but the actual like hero sort of side to it could be quite fun.
What would get you two lads into then? If you had to do it, what theme would you go? I think I'd go for the fantasy thing, like a Lord of the Rings, or do you know what I mean? But what would you go for, Des and Delvian?
Yeah, something like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter would be mega cool for that.
Imagine the sort of some of the
good call, Des, yeah.
The Great Hall or the Burrow. The Burrow would be great. I think.
The Burrow would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Ghosty's saying the same thing. Harry Potter sets would be cool. What about you, Dels? What would you go for?
Probably the steampunk. I love steampunk. Or,
my mum does. My mum's a big fan of steampunk. Yeah.
Or gothic. Because I do like gothic, and it'll be somewhere for my Elvira figure to go.
Oh yeah.
When they look as cool as what Steph's made, though, I suppose even if you don't collect them, one would be nice to have, like a gothic one or a steam. You know what I mean? Or a Harry Potter.
Mine would not look as cool as Steph's. No,
yes, they would.
Imagine Desi's leaning. Desi's house be like that. Why is it leaning?
He wants to borrow.
That's what exactly, Steph. That's what I like the Burrow, because it's spin on the one. Yeah.
JT's asked when Steph and Emma's first live stream. Well, once we've set it up for them both, once we get everybody up and running and so forth. What is that one?
So talking of Harry Potter, so this again isn't officially Harry Potter, but this was Magical Train Station. But it's actually got Harry Potter stuff in it. So when you look in the books, it's got like the Sirius Black wanted posters in them, and it's got like the beasts in them. So clearly they've got it from somewhere. But so this is the the Harry Potter-esque style house. But yeah, there's all sorts of rooms and areas in this one as well. There's like a bakery at the bottom. There's like the little cafe at the top, little workstation at the bottom.
I love the way that train comes through it. That's beautiful. It really is. Yeah. It must be nice to come in from work and just sit there, have 10 minutes to yourself and make some stuff like this. I bet it's awesome to do.
Yeah, it's I think one of the reasons it's also quite therapeutic is because it's completely different to anything else you're going to do that day. You just take your brain off and you just completely focus on that, and it's just completely separate to anything else that you would have done or thought of.
Exactly. I've got to admit, and I'm not just saying it. One of the reasons why I was so happy to do this was I find this sort of so fascinating. It's like, look how cool. And then now you've shown the pictures and shown them up close. To me, I'm just blown away. I'm like, wow, they just look fantastic. They really do. Keith Knight built a Diagon Alley for Amy. That's awesome. I bet. Yeah. Blocky has a few IPs now. You can start some with Marvel, Transformers, or Star Wars basic models, then venture into something more complicated if you like it. Well, there you are. Yeah. I love the knockoff names. Yeah, the knockoff names. Yeah. How cool is that train? He's brilliant. This is the best something slightly different Shabby stream I've ever watched. Cheers, local hero. You see, Steph. This is why I love this lot. This is why I love this lot. Do you know what I mean? This is cool, Steph. This is really cool. It's like a little greenhouse, isn't it? But what actually is this one? The tea house, is it?
Room. Yeah, it's a little tea room, English tea room. I love how quaint that is and how cutesy that is. And I quite like it with the sort of ladies who do lunch sort of scene. Again, those damn frosted windows.
I like that look though, Del. Don't you?
Yeah.
English tea shop.
It's spring. It's like you can still have a mild frost.
There you go. The only problem with this one is you can't really, it doesn't open up, so you can't see quite so clearly the shop details behind.
Well, especially with all that glue on the bloody glass, you can't see bloody it. Look at that. It's just brilliant. I know for a fact I'm Marie sat at home now writing every one of these down. I'll make that. Just beautiful. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. So cool. What do people think, Steph, when they come round? Because obviously we all us lads and everyone in the chat can agree when people come to your house, they go, whoa, look at this. Even if you're interested in it or not. Do people do that with your work in your toy room?
Yeah, to be fair, they do. I don't think they expect it. To be honest, I don't think they kind of know what they're going to see. I think they think models. I don't think they. Again, it's the detail. I don't think they expect it to be as detailed as they are, or the inside.
I never expected it. No, so I can agree with that. You know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Because with us lot, and I think these lads will agree with me. There's some lads in our group that won't tell anybody they collect. It's not that they're embarrassed; they just want to keep it to themselves and so forth. How do you feel in your circumstance? Are you the same way? Like, I'm not bothered who knows, and because I've never been bothered. I've collected forever. I couldn't care less what people think.
No, I'm the same, because I feel like if people are going to judge you, well, then they're not your friends, then, are they? So
exactly.
So 100%. I'll say, and some people have scoffed. But again, I think they think it's like a Wendy house or a doll's house. I don't think they realise until I show them. And then they go, oh, that's actually really intricate and sort of more adult. I think they think that I'm like this little girl with like her Wendy house or something with dolls. I don't think
those
realise.
idiots that collect gem dolls, them idiots. Yeah,
those idiots, yeah.
Weirdos, have a lot. Yeah, there we go. Stephen M's mini sex dungeon. I'm not sure about that, G-Force. I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? Whether that'll work or not, G-Force, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I don't think the husbands are going to see this chat going, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, call it that, you know. Don't you feel that way when you're doing your furniture, Shabby? It's weird, this. I've had this conversation before. Because I can restore furniture. That's what we do. So we'll get an old piece of furniture and I'll restore it to make it look brand new. And I've perfected that craft and so forth. My wife will hand paint. She'll do the hand artwork. My wife is like our side, fantastic artist. You know what I mean? So when someone's asked for a piece of work that's actually wants hand painting on it, it's our Jenny that does it. And so I'll give our Jenny the full credit. And then obviously we do the pictures and so forth. So it's funny because I can see a piece of furniture and I know exactly what to do on it. It's not me just slapping pictures on or doing artwork. We have a thing in our head of what we want to do. But if you gave me a sheet like you've done or Delvian's done, like and turn it into what you can, I'd have no idea at all. It's funny that, isn't it? But I used to do the same for suits. I was in the suit game for 20 years. I could make a formal and this and that, but I never wore T-shirts, caps, shorts, anything. So when it came to me having to dress informally, I'd look like a right pellet. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, though, in some ways, all three of you, though, you're doing very, very similar things.
Yeah.
But it's all on different scales. So, Steph, you're doing like the miniature scale. Shabby, you're making the furniture sort of like and Des, you're kind of doing the houses and sort of like stuff like that.
That's a good point.
It kind of scales up.
We could go into business. You make the model to show the customer. I'll do the furniture and Des can do the house.
I'll do the donkey work.
There's our next YouTube channel. There it is. The donkey work. You know, let's put my cup of tea down and get some work done. You know?
I was going to ask you, Shabby, about that because I'm just doing tiny furniture, but you do big furniture. So I just wonder how that might translate.
I've done it with Keith. I've done it with Muzzer. I've done it with Delvia. Everyone that can make stuff to me when it's a little intricate. Like G-Force, I remember making him that bat signal, and he told me how it. And I was like, "What the France?" It's so funny. I don't know whether it's because I'm so used to doing it on a bigger scale on the furniture and so forth. When it comes to intricate stuff, it's like when we had Andy showing us that thing, and I've put a bottle cap there, and I've done this here, and I've done that, and I'm like, I can't think that way, like with Greeblies and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm fascinated by the way you lot work and how talented you all are when it comes to customs and so forth. Because a piece of furniture, you could give me a chest of drawers and I'd make it look, you know, unbelievable. I've just put my Alice in Wonderland stuff up that we've made for years, and it's all hand painted and this and that, and so, and you know, we mix our colours and we can do everything on it. But when it comes to like a model or it comes to a custom, I don't know. I don't think. It's weird, isn't it? And maybe it's because I've never done it. It's like our side did. You get a blank piece of paper and what you could draw on it, and I'd still be there after 6 months going, what? What do I do? You know. So it's funny like that. Martin says sticky fingers and expletives. That should be your toy your new channel. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. The frosted windows are a happy accident. I agree. I think that's what Del said before. Yeah. You made this one on Lego studs. So. Your family, your friends, they come round to the house, Steph, and we'll get back to that. And what do they think? Are they impressed?
Yeah, they are, to be fair.
I will be.
I think it's more sort of that shock of, I wasn't expecting it. And so they go a bit quiet and sort of looking at all, and they say, oh yeah, this is really cool actually. Yeah. And my mum's always asking for like the latest update and, you know, the latest make. So yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. I would love to have a Muppet Show stage with a balcony with a bunch of celebrities and monkeys.
That would be brilliant.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Here we go. Emma and Steph's marvelous models and miniature made masterpieces.
Wow.
That's a pretty good. I can say that one.
Say
Yeah.
that every episode.
G4 says, "What? I judge people all the time." JT says the frosted glass looks great in my opinion. Glass will age like that in a greenhouse hidden away in a garden. He's got a good point, hasn't he? Yeah. Here we go. But then he says, but then again, I don't have many friends. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? Hey, Luke. Our Luke's here. I don't advertise what I do, but I'm absolutely not worried about what people think when they do find out. That's a brilliant way to do it. Because I did it. Like I said, when I was in the suit game, no one even knew I had a twin brother till Si walked in one day. And everyone's like, what? Do you know what I mean? I always kept myself to myself with stuff like this. And I think that's why we've all bonded the way we have, simply because it's refreshing, isn't it, to actually do something you collect or enjoy or make that other people are going to go, whoa, look at that, you know, and be like a genuine invested interest in it. Because there's nothing worse, is it, when you turn around, oh, look at this, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But you know, sometimes I've often found when people sort of like the civvies find out the non-community people, and actually they're really blown away by it. I remember once I was on a work call and I forgot to put the blur on in the background, and they all spotted everything, and they're just like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I know we should be getting on with work." And like, no, it's not work. Tell me what's going on in the background.
Is that a Star Destroyer? Yeah, well, I can just see you doing this. Do you know what I mean? Moving across like that. So, you know,
it's like, where's the blur? But
Steph should be incredibly proud of what she does. She's hands down the most talented and passionate. And I think that's where it all comes from. Don't it? Like you with yours, Delv. I've got to give you credit, man, because we had you on, you showing your stuff, but I don't think you realise how took back we were with these things you made for your Star Wars figures. I mean, it was just, and then when you put the pictures up on your Instagram and so forth, we were like, look at that, man, that's brilliant.
But it's the same with sort of like with Steph though. I always find you've got to be in the mood for it and to actually enjoy it and actually to get into the zone to be able to do it. So it's like, actually, I found sort of like for a few months, I've not really been in the mood for it, but I know I will be again, and I'll sort of like, and I'll get that sort of that urge and that inspiration, and then I'll just get off and sort of like do something. But if you try and do something and you're not in the right frame of mind, it's not enjoyable, and then it's like, well, actually, why am I doing it?
I agree with that. I always say that with my furniture. I always say I give myself a 2 week, if it's a big piece, a 2 week thing in there, just in case that happens. So if I'm because I know it's going into people's houses and I know people are buying it and so forth. And I've got to admit the furniture thing that we've had a really good reputation because of that. But I refuse to do that. I won't rush a job. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, or if I'm not in the mood, I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I'll leave it for a couple of days, then I'll go back to it. What about you, Des? Have you ever made something, Des, like this sort of thing and so forth? Because I know you made the shells for your Star Wars figures, and that looks pretty cool, the way you've done it with the colours and so forth.
But then that's just it's just paint and 2B1 that I've just screwed together. Yeah. But I have go on, Andy.
I was going to say, Des, I've seen you did a little extension to the cantina, did you not?
Yes, yeah. Well, I've just started to dabble because, as we all know, the cantina's not the best on the outside. It looks like it needs something. So I've got, and I'm a tight as a duck's backside. So I've found some stuff that I can make sort of like extra walls, and I've painted it. And I'm semi happy with it. I've not really been up there because again it's so cold up there. I've not really sort of done a great deal to it, but I'm getting these little greebles to put in, and I found a few bits. We've took a few bits down at work, some old lights. I've gone inside and getting a few of the little transformers or the little switches or whatever, and I'm going to put them outside and see what it looks like. So yeah, I'm quietly happy.
Yeah, I can see that. My wife will do it. My wife will find an old battered door and make it beautiful, or keep it the way it was, but put stuff around it to make it stand out and stuff. I'm baffled by stuff like that. I think it's amazing. Kim and Bull says, I have nothing against miniature builders, toy collectors, or even gem collectors. But Pee-wee collectors, I know they are weird, mate. I wouldn't go anywhere near them idiots, to tell you the truth. What's this one, Steph? The Christmas shop. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that one. This one's quite cute. Again, this was a kind of on the cheaper, as in the materials were on the cheaper side, so I had to do quite a bit of adapting with some of them. But yeah, this one's quite different because it opens up sort of like a book.
I think it's beautiful. Look at it.
It's lovely.
It really
cute.
is. Yeah, it is.
Is that a Die Hard? Was that a Die Hard DVD in the window?
I should add him in, shouldn't I?
So you turn it round and it does it this way. So there's no way to get it from the front. Is that right?
So you open it up. It's got so you can see the hinge just on the left hand side there, that little gold hinge. So it's
that's right. So it opened. Perfect.
Yeah, and that's how tiny it was. This is one of the smallest ones I've done. I couldn't believe it. I mean, look how tiny that fork is.
Yeah,
you can tell by your tweezers you've got here. Wow.
Yeah, that was a very fiddly one.
So is the Santa Claus? Was that a Sylvanian family, or was that a purpose?
That was part of the kit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you showed
quite good.
You showed this one before, Steph, but I'm just going to pull this one up because you've shown this. But this again just blows me away. This is such a nice one. Let's get to this one, the Magic Railway. It's just ridiculous how nice this is.
Yeah, I really love this one. Again, it's just all the details in the wood where it's all carved in. There's just so many corners to it, and I think because this one has the little bridge at the back that goes over the top of the train, so you've also got little round the back corners. So even if you look at the back of it, you've still got things to look at. And then you've got this whole like bakery cafe down there, and then all the things in front of it. And you've got on the right hand side there, you've got like the Harry Potter trolley with all the cases.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
brilliant. Just absolutely look at it. Look at the size of it. It's massive.
Yeah.
More intricate, the better for you, Steph. When it comes like this with a lot of detail on it, that gives you the challenge that you crave for in making these, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's the challenge. Just new techniques as well, like that clock tower, how that was constructed. I've not done that sort of construction before either. And I completely messed it up and had to kind of just cobble it together, which thankfully you can't tell.
Can't tell at all.
You have to learn. There's quite a lot of engineering skills of this as well.
I agree.
Actually, isn't there?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Trying to get it all the pieces to fit together perfectly. It's quite difficult.
A suggestion channel: let your hands do the talking.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. The way Desi's eyes went. Guys, I'll be your apprentice. I have all the scales of building experience. There you are, Des. So we've got somebody else to add on. There you go. The amount of sofas Jen goes through, Shabby, you surely have a hobby by turning the old ones into 6 couches in 9 months. Unbelievable. 6. Unbelievable. Shabby, I know what you mean, as I used to do a smaller scale to what you do, and I love doing it. Yeah, it's I'll make little things for Christmas, like coasters, like Jason has done, and I'll make doorknobs and things, and we'll do a little picture things and whatever. It started to get big that now, so I stopped doing it. It used to be a time, you get what's it called? Like a frame to put a shirt in. I'd put a thing in it, like a decorator. But everyone's doing that now. I used to do ones with Princess Leia's. What I used to do is I used to get one with 3 frames on the side, and it was a shadow box in the other side. And I'd get a picture of Leia and put Leia on it, picture of Han and put a figure of them. I'd go out and buy the figures, and they sold really well. And I stopped doing it after a while because I think it's funny as well how the novelty wears off with some things. Like it used to be a time. Marilyn Monroe all the time. That's all we'd make. And the Nightmare Before Christmas. And then after a while, nobody wants it. And you've got to move on to the next thing and so forth. But you said something that was really interesting to me before, everyone, where you said it's always nice to do something different too. So a lot of people now are asking me for like anime stuff, which I don't know about, but it's nice doing the research or instead of keep doing Marvel and Star Wars and Batman, doing something else, So is that how you felt when you got from modeling, from your Lego obviously into model? It is something different.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was doing crochet before, so again, it's completely different from that. And I was sewing and sort of clothes making, and again, it's completely different to that. So yeah, I like having that challenge of something.
You've always done something then, Steph. You've always done like a hobby then, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Absolutely. I could have done this stream for hours. I really could have.
Everyone needs a hobby.
I agree. I appreciate everyone's talents in this group, but I have to say Hoppy's going to be on in a couple of weeks. So
Yes.
honestly, the stuff that we've talked about on ZSR on Shabby's channel for years. Hoppy's stuff and what Hoppy can make. So now so Hoppy's going to do one of these, Steph. So I'm going to get Hoppy on to do one of these, show all these Star Wars models and all the models he does and how he got into it and so forth. I've been looking forward to that for ages. So because Hoppy said he'll jump on this one, and I thought, no, I'll do Steph and then I'll do Hoppy on his own as well. Because same as you, Steph, I think people like yourselves with the talent and the stuff you've got, it's worth doing it for. So Hoppy will be coming on and getting that done. Oh yeah, Steph, these are great. Call the police. Keith's like he's secretly the 6 million swear word man. Well, he's got one or two. Yeah. Hi, George, by the way. Hi, Dario. Nice to see you. I proudly have my Star Wars room in the background for every virtual work meeting. It happened to Jeff Barker as well. Jeff Barker has a good job, and he did the same as you, Dels. He had it on behind him, and everyone was more like that, looking around him like, I think our parents are interested with what we were making because back in the day, that's what they would be doing to occupy their time. Would you say it was a time-consuming thing then, or it's just to fill the time, basically, or?
Yeah, I think it's to fill the time more than anything. Just that wind down time, sort of 7 till 9 in the evening, sort of where you're just chilling out. It fills that space in there. Wow.
Can I just say as well, sorry, Delvin, just I was going to say we've had 55 to 60 all night. So thank you all so much. It's really, really nice at this, and thanks to Steph, and obviously thanks to Delves and Des for coming on and doing it. Sorry, Delvin, you were going to say?
No, I was just going to say, it's sort of like you're saying it's filling the time, but it's very therapeutic, especially if you've had sort of like quite a stressful day and it's sort of like, actually, I need to unwind. Something about just focusing on one thing and shutting everything else out, which is quite therapeutic. But it's also being creative. And I think being creative is quite good for your soul in a way, without being too sort of.
Yeah. Because a lot of people have asked me, Dels, a lot of people say, Shabby, why don't you ever show your furniture on a stream? But to me, it's not a hobby to me. It's my job. It's what I do. And so sometimes I think, do I really want to, do you know what I mean? Bring that into my streaming, whatever. And so I've shown pictures and I've always said to people, I always put it up on Patreon. Or if you join the Shabby, there's the Shabby Geek, obviously the business page on what we do. And there's also mine. So I do sometimes put pictures up, or if there's a memory that's shared of something, I'll put it up. But to me, it's not, maybe that's why I don't delve into stuff like what Steph does, is because I do it all the time. It's a job. It's not a hobby to me. Do you know what I mean? And if it was a hobby, maybe I'd delve into it a bit more. So
there's different ways of looking at it as well. It's sort of like, actually, I mean, I think Des and you, Shabby, and lots of other people, they're very good at curating their collection. Like I've seen your little sort of Pee Wee Herman sort of like altar that you have in your room, and actually I think you have to have a certain amount of creativity to put all that together. You look at VTR Dave's room, it's sort of like it's
well, mine's inspired of VTRs. I remember years ago he made those videos of him doing his new toy room, and the way he'd done it and put the lights in it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that as well. But again, I think we all get that off each other, don't we? Where it's like Steph, for example, you never think about doing the model site, but I guarantee there's someone who'll go, you know what, I'd love to try one of them. I'd love to have a go at that and see what it's like and so forth. Did you end up just thinking you were only going to buy the one, or is this something you knew straight away? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make them all.
Yeah, I kind of had it in my head that this was how I was going to display the Sylvanians, and this was what I wanted to do. But I did just buy the one to start with, just to see if I enjoyed it, basically, and how I got on with it. And after I did that first sort of the domed greenhouse one, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
I think I've asked you this question before, but have you ever tried or been interested in doing those book nook things?
So I have one back there somewhere, but yes, I think they are a bit small. The only reason I don't particularly have gone for them is because you've got this much for you to actually see. Like, I want to see in, so to see what you've done at the back, you've kind of got to peer right round and in, and you can't quite see everything. Whereas with these, you can, it's 360, you can see everywhere. So I think that's why I've kind of gone more for the models rather than the narrow sort of book nooks. Right. But then they're easier to store and
they're easy to do. JT's got a great question here. He says, when you make a project, Steph, do you ever go off script and think, I don't like it that way? I think I'm going to do it differently.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, again, if the materials aren't quite doing what I want them to do, or they've done it. I think in this one, they did things a really backwards way. And I was just like, why have they done it like that? So I've ended up on Amazon or somewhere getting some materials to do it myself. Or fill it in myself. It's usually sort of the background stuff, not so much on that one, but like the flowers with the greenhouses and stuff. I've made it and I've gone, oh God, that looks shite. I need to sort that out.
Yeah.
So I'll go on Amazon and buy something, create that, and then put that in there. So yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah,
it does happen. G4 says it's not that small. Steph just has massive hands. Oh, brilliant. Let's have a look. Channel name, glue's not just for sniffing. Well, that's it. Well, you could come up with that one. I hope MF Guppy's writing all these down. I enjoy building Lego, but enjoy watching Jace build it more. It's funny that, because I don't enjoy watching people build Lego. I find it boring. I mean, just my opinion. I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'd rather be, when it comes to stuff, I'd rather be doing it myself and sitting there and making it. But models, I have watched loads of times. It's funny, people that do train sets, that make these big, huge train sets, or when they do. I'm subscribed to a couple of Lego builders have these huge cities, and I'm fascinated by that too. But models I've always been interested in. Do you watch stuff like that, like the models or the Lego? And
sorry, Andy.
No, go on.
I was saying, my grandpa and my dad used to have the train sets, as which I think now what we do now is like a modern version of it.
Yeah,
of having that sort of train set collection, whatever. So I can order. I remember my grandpa would make a set diorama, live with it for a couple of weeks, dismantle it or make it again, and it was the process of making it, which I used to watch him do that, which I used to enjoy.
Yeah,
but sort of not so much sort of nowadays.
It's like Scuba Pete's dad's got a big train set upstairs in his loft, a huge one. And I've been dying to get hold of Scuba Pete and say, let's do something weird. And he's shown it on Chasing 80, so he has shown his dad's stuff. And at Christmas he showed it. But I just look fascinated by stuff like that. What about you yourself, Delphian?
Yeah, in fact, actually today I found a YouTube channel and I've forgotten the name, otherwise I'd say. And it's this guy who's making a replica London Bridge with all the Tudor houses and everything, and all the bridge bays. It's making it all completely from scratch. And it's just like, I'm in awe of sort of like channels like that. They're great. But I mean, I like watching them because I'll never try and do a replica of London Bridge, but it's just some of the techniques that they use when they're crafting stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I learned from other sort of YouTube channels. Oh, right. Okay. So that's how you do. That's the way you make a realistic redwood tree. Okay. That's useful for my indoor diorama.
That's what I mean. It's the creativity. So I said the wrong thing. It's not that I find Lego building boring. I don't at all. What I mean is I like the creativity when you build something on your own or whatever, put it in a city or do something like model making, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. It's the elephant in the room. The show needs to be called Frosted Glass. Retro Bunk. Hey, Nicky, I watched you last night, mate, at Enfield Toy Show. I watched that one. Awesome. Can't wait for that. Here we go. So this is some random stuff that you sent me here, Steph. So this is now I got this, but I haven't actually seen the pirate thing. So if you've got it, that'll be awesome. Steph and Emma's hot builds could do it that way, yeah. Now that I would make. That I would like.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous?
That is
and
lovely.
I love the back of it. And the guns, the cannons work if hopefully,
Don't follow at me then.
Look at that.
Yeah, this video's done really well. I got 5,000 views for this one.
Good grief.
I know.
Well deserved.
But yeah, I do love this one, and I don't know if you can really see the details in it, really.
Yeah, we can. It's beautiful.
All the cannons and the captain's quarters at the back, and yeah, I absolutely adored this one. This was another one that I saw, and I was like, yeah, I need that one. Yeah. It's just completely different to what I've done before.
It's just beautiful. It's just absolutely, yeah, that's a really nice one. I want to ask you though, who's this in it?
That is clearly a chipmunk dressed as an octopus.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. Andy Millamere says, "Fullest figures, take a picture of one of these miniatures and Photoshop us all in it, please and thank you."
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, yes.
Kieran says, "We turned in for Steph, but stayed for Delvian." So nice, yeah. Doesn't those flowers look gorgeous next to Steph? I can smell the perfume from here. Even though the Lego win, but yeah, you can smell them. You can smell them, I suppose. Amazing. Can I come on and live with you? You sure can. I tell you what, we'll definitely do this again. Definitely. Shabby and Stephanie, this was a great stream. Des and Delvian were awesome co-hosts. Everyone have a great evening and I need to take a nap. No problem at all. Have a good nap. This one, the honey dessert talk. Is it honey dessert talk?
Oh yeah. So this was the one that Emma showed in her video,
Yes,
and that's that's the latte cat family.
The latte cat family.
Maybe that's the name of the channel.
The latte cat family. What one there?
Yeah, so that's the little Christmas shop.
Yeah. So it is just a lot smaller, that one. Yeah, you can tell now.
Yeah. I'm trying to sort of create areas. I think because I've got quite a few snowy Sylvanians, so I'm thinking of maybe doing like a street with them and extending that display a bit.
Look at that. Brilliant. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a cute little one. Just a little flower cart. Again, it's all the wooden sort of puzzle pieces, so it just all clicks together. That's I quite like that sometimes, because sometimes these sort of the intricate models can be a bit like, oh, that was a bit heavy going. That was a bit of a brain power one. So sometimes I like to do ones like that, whereas it is just kind of a click together one. It's just nice. Again, it's that ease in the evening, nice and therapeutic.
Just beautiful. And so Roll Life this is the make of them, right?
Yeah.
Would
you
say that's one of your top ones? Because they always look, the Roll Life ones always look a bit pricey, don't they? They look like, they know what they're doing.
They're not too bad, I don't think, compared to some of them.
Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, there you have it. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sure Steph supplies a perfume smell to them. Is presentation important to you, Steph? Then, so when you put it, it's not just sticking it on a shelf. You want to make sure the presentation, because we all do with our toys. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? We all do that. Is that important to you?
Yeah, I think it's the story that I can tell with them. So it's not just, again, it's making it interesting, I think, for the viewer. So if someone did come in, it's not just a model on a shelf. There's little figures in there telling a little story of what's happening. So like the tree house has like the mole family and the hedgehog family, and they're, clearly visiting and cleaning up the house sort of thing. So it just adds a bit of storytelling to it.
My hobbies are all over my flat. My posing style is to throw it on the floor and leave it there. Well, I'm sure about that. Channel name.
Thanks for that, Pete.
Cozy Corner. What do you think of Cozy Corner?
Oh, that's really cute. Thanks,
Cozy
BOE.
Corner is a nice one.
Yeah, he's good at coming up with names, isn't he?
Yeah. I've got one of Muzz's models right in there. So if I can move this or something,
nice.
see, he may be a tan teeth. There it is, right there with the land speeder on it, and he may be a big tan teeth. What's it called? The docking bay. And it was beautiful. He made it years ago, and I've always kept it. I've always kept it on display. I just thought it was brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, Muzzer made me one of them years ago. That was a long time ago. Don't forget, folks, the jungle is still massive. Yeah, it definitely is. Cheers for watching, Shabby. No, I've always, like I said, I've always liked your stuff. I watched it last night in Boise, going around that stuff. It was awesome. No, Bull Muzzle, your attention to detail is meant. Yeah, it's always about the attention to detail. Right, so let me ask you before we finish up, does this make you boys want to get into model making?
Well, I kind of am.
You kind of do
just
it,
different sort of like model making. But yeah, it's definitely opened my eyes up to a few things. So there's certain things I can't make. So it's making me think, actually, there's probably quite a lot of choice of things out there that I just need to dig a little bit for it, really.
Yeah. What about you, Des?
I'm looking forward to getting back up and finishing off the cantina.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that now. Again, with another month or so, and there'll be better weather. I can get up there and or maybe bring it down. Silence.
But very glad. I think everybody in the chat went. When it comes to scratch building, I use the Mr. Miyagi train of thought, says Muzzer. Close your eyes and picture what you want and then create it and start. Would you say that, Delves and Steph? And, that's the way to do it. Just or does it take you time to picture it first, then you get involved? I don't think I could do it like that. Just boom.
I don't know.
No, I think picturing what. Yeah, no, I think you can picture it and then go for it. I agree.
I think sometimes it's like when you're trying to draw a straight line, you've got to focus on the destination and then you get a straight line. So you've got to have an idea of where you're going. Yeah. But at the same time, sometimes it's quite nice just to start off and just think, right, I've got this. What can I do with this?
Yeah.
And then you can do lots of different things and you kind of think, oh, right, that's a heap of crap, but I had a go.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not a mistake. It's a learning curve.
Well, exactly. And I just kind of think sometimes I've done things and it's just like, oh, that was a disaster. But I learned this from it.
Yeah.
So basically, even mistakes are well worth doing because you can, that makes sense. Because I've done that a few times where I've done something and I've gone, no. Do you know what I mean? My problem is when you do it with my work, it's expensive to start again. Do you know what I mean? But you're all right. The latte cat ladies, that's quite a good one. Steph, have you or Martin ever taken the ship into the bath?
No.
Hey, John Baldry. Nice to see John here. Wow, everyone's come. Great stream. Really helped me relax while dealing with all the NASA traffic. Yeah. Good night, guys. Take care. Question for all. Are you a complete on a project at a time or do you have several unfinished? We've talked about that before. You basically, Steph, you start one and you want to finish that before you move on. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because our side's got loads of pictures that I've seen through the years, and Claire and my mum will contest this, but he hasn't finished. And it's from years ago. Do you know what I mean? It's like half a picture done. But sometimes I say to him, don't go back and finish that because it looks cool as it is. Do you know what I mean? Just half done, if you will. So everyone's really enjoyed it. Everyone. It's been a great stream tonight. I've absolutely loved doing this. So just one more time. This is Lady Steph's YouTube right here. So if you could subscribe to Lady Steph and our Delvian. Our Delvian's been on too. So if you can do Delvian as well. But there's Steph right there. And there's Steph's Amazon Instagram, which I'm a big fan of. I don't know what you're going to put up next. Talking about that, Steph, what have you got coming up next? What's next for you in the model making world?
So I have just finished the Lumi Bricks steampunk steamboat. So I'll be putting that up. I'm going to do an unboxing video of a couple of Ewoks, a mystery box. And then I'm going to start another model. I just don't know which one yet.
Brilliant. What about yourselves, Delvian? Des, you got anything coming up? Brilliant. Brilliant.
I've got to finish off a Let's Play video. I've been doing some Let's Play videos of Star Wars computer games, and I've had to stop because I was nearly threw my computer out the window the other week because one of them really, really wound me up. So I've had a break for about 2 weeks, and I'm going to finish it.
You're going to go back and do it that way. Musa says, the first diorama I ever made, Shabby, you had it because you were the first person to give us a call out on YouTube. Glad to have added something to your... I've always been that person. I think this is why I really wanted to... thank you, Steph, for letting me do this tonight. I really wanted to do it because I like giving people all the credit for what they do. I like that. Do you know what I mean? I was never going to get loads of pictures of Instagram of yours and Dell's and everybody else and do myself. I'd rather have the people on that do it, and your stories and your experience and things you've told me. I've learned something new tonight, which is brilliant. This is exactly what I wanted. So I've really, really enjoyed tonight. It's been awesome. I'll just get down here a bit and then I'll let you go. But thank you, Des. Thank you, Delvian, for helping me tonight. Honestly, legends. Let's have a look. Steph, your collection looks amazing. Steph didn't show us her bone flute, but you can't have anything. What's a bone flute, Steph?
Oh, so that's a Lego studs thing.
Right.
So when I was making the Lego T-Rex skeleton, you start with the spine and it just looks like a flute and everyone called it the bone flute.
Oh, brilliant. Awesome stream tonight. Steph's amazing models. Yeah, and like I say, tune in for Oppie because Oppies will be just as good as Steph, definitely. Just sub Stephanie. Didn't realise you had an account. They are, so Mr. B's done. Wonderful stream, you guys. Great to see everyone. No, it's lovely to see you. Great stream, everyone. Thank you, Steph, for showing us your world. Cheers to all in the chat. United in the world, gather around and take a deep breath from that pot of glue. Hi, Lewis. Look at this Toyota. You see,
hello.
you are bringing in the big guns. Bringing in the big guns. Hiya, pal. Crazy good collection. This is what happens when you get eye candy on. I knew it. Who do I know that's extremely good looking? Delphi and Des. Oh, Steph can come on too if she wants. Do you know what I mean? So brilliant. Steph's collection is crazy cool. I had no idea Steph had a channel subbed. There you are. So there's an amazing stream tonight. So there you have it. Stephanie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your part of your collection with us. Like, it's been brilliant. Des, Delvian, what can I say, man? I love you both. Thank you so much. Right, say goodnight, everyone. We'll see you Friday.
Good night, everyone.
See you.
Good night, everyone.